There we go. What that was about.
There's no room, no space to rent in this town. You're out of luck, and the reason that you had to care, the traffic's stuck, and you're not moving anywhere. Before you
There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Now we've got what we needed. We have my background, so there's no drama. So good morning, everybody. It is time to rise and shine. It's a beautiful day. It's crisp. It's clean. It's, oh my gosh, what is this going on there? A lot of weird stuff going on. I think it's because it's so shiny. Oh my God, it's so weird. I think, oh, my feathers. Whatever. Anyway, now I got all my feathers everywhere. I always have feathers everywhere. God is always with me. My angels are always with me. Wherever I pick up feathers, flowers, they're like flowers, right? Every time I see feathers, I pick them up because I always know that my angels are always with me. God is always with me. And I am always moving forward in the right direction, for sure. And then also when you look up the different colors of your feathers, you know the kind of direction they're leading you to. They're giving you a message with the color of the feather as well, which I think is amazing. So I have feathers everywhere. I've got feathers at work. I have feathers at my office. I have feathers at home. I have feathers in my car. In fact, my girlfriend, who we were doing the once a month Sunday retreats with women, she's got a feather waiting for me as well. So I've got to make plans to hook up with her so that I can get my feather, which is awesome. So anyway, you guys, so today is amazing, right? And obviously, next week, when is it? Next week, I'm going to be off of work. My grandbaby is coming tomorrow, and I'm going to be off of work helping my daughter-in-law and with the babies and stuff like that. So we're going to be doing things a little bit differently next week, which is fine, but I'm still going to do lives. However, then the following weekend, it's going to be a lot easier because you're doing that time change. I gain an hour, which means I'm going to feel like I'm completely rested, getting up when I should be, because it'll be the time that I feel like I should be up, and then things are going to shift and change. We'll go back to normal. My God, this is so weird. I don't understand why this is doing this. I don't know. Maybe the sun is shining upon me. I don't get it. But anyway, this is what we're going to do. So it's dark. It's dark when I go to bed. It's dark when I get up. My body, my brain feels like I should still be sleeping. It is so weird how this is happening. I don't know. I feel like God is with us right now. I swear to God. So here's the thing, right? I get a lot of message from you guys. I get a lot of questions, which is absolutely amazing, and I absolutely love it 100%, and I have no issues or problems responding and talking and encouraging any of those things, just so you know. However, and you're really not supposed to say however when you do that, but here's the thing. We need to learn how to stay present in our lives. We cannot be so worried about the future. I don't know you, but I hope you have a good day. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I think that's I love that. I hope you have a fantastic day as well. So we're supposed to stay present in our life, right? So some of us stay locked up in the past. Long time ago, I was locked up in the past. I would go over things in my brain over and over and over, and I couldn't move forward because I was so stuck in the past, beating myself up over past stuff that I could not change. I couldn't do anything different. I couldn't make it better, right? Other than correct the behavior or take responsibility for my parts in whatever happened in the past, right? And when I finally realized that, I was able to then pluck myself out of the past and staying stuck in the past. Now, sometimes when things occur, I will be in the past. However, for the most part, I stay out of the past. I go there, I reminisce for a second, I look to see where I'm at, how I've adjusted, how I've grown, what I've learned, how I move forward, and then I keep plugging along, right? So I teach you guys that all the time. I share you my experiences so that you can see this is everyday life, growing, moving forward, development, all of that stuff. When we are when we are so far into the future, worrying about where we're going to live, what kind of job, is our career taking off, what kind of relationships, children, money. When we are so focused on the future, we cannot appreciate the journey that we're on and what it is that we already have. Because we are never satisfied in the present moment. We're always moving forward. Good morning from Arizona. Good morning. So we are always stuck. When we're stuck in the future, we cannot appreciate what's going on right here, right now, in our present moment. Okay? So when you are always asking, and this is not to anybody at all, I'm just saying because this is what they want us to talk about. When you're always asking, and this is when you're asking readers, you're asking other people, you know what I mean? It's everybody, all of us, me included. When we are asking about our future all the time, we are missing the boat. Good morning. We're missing the boat. We are not staying present to where we're at. Because right here, right now, wherever you are in your life, present time, is exactly where you're supposed to be. Exactly where you're supposed to be. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, it's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Just popping in when you're saying something very important. Oh, I'm so glad. Because then maybe that's what you're supposed to be hearing in that moment. So that is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So we've got to start staying present. There's all kinds of things that we want in our life, right? There's all kinds of things that we want to do. You know, when I've got people around me and I'm helping them in their life and then they're helping me, I woke up this morning thinking, relax, stop overthinking. Yes, 100% future kids and husband. Yes, 100%. You've got to stop. Because when you overthink, you are creating so much drama, so much havoc, so much of a blockage in your brain because you cannot get present to where you're at when you're so much into the future. You block yourself here in the now because then if you think, good morning, because then when you think that the stuff isn't coming fast enough, then you feel like in the present time there's something wrong with you. You missed something. You're never going to get there. You're not good enough. All these things, right? You're not pretty enough. You're not young enough. You're too old. You're not small enough. You're too big. You're too this. You're too that. This is not where we're supposed to be. We are supposed to be right where we are in the moment. Can you still be excited about the future? Yes. You can still be excited about the future, but you cannot try to have it all put together because then you are forcing an outcome which never works out. Never works out. When you are forcing an outcome, it never works out. Everything happens in divine timing and divine planning. We already came here with how things are going to go. We are playing in our own movies. But then when we are trying to force an outcome of what it is that we really want, we think that we really want, we actually miss out on other opportunities. And sometimes those other opportunities are extraordinary things. And then when we are trying to put our little plans together, it never works out. How many times have you tried to force an outcome in something and it never works out? I have done it so many times, it's not even funny. Never works out. Never works out. However, hindsight, when I'm looking back, I can't even tell you how many times I am so grateful that my life is where it's at now than where I thought it should have been. And I'm telling you, so many times. It's unbelievable how many times. I am present and excited. 30th birthday in 3 years. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know why. Because you feel like when you turn 30, then you're going to have it all figured out. You feel like when you're 30, then you're going to be smarter. Good morning, good morning. You feel like you're going to have other opportunities coming to you when you're 30. And here's the thing, that's not true. You are already thriving. You are already creating. You're already doing the things that you need to do right here, right now at your age, at 27. Hold on, let's see. How do you... Forcing the outcome. It's just putting it in hard work. Right. Well, right. There's a fine line, right? So when you are not looking at other possibilities, you're not looking at other avenues of things, you're just looking at the way you want it. Yes, there's hard work. Every day you get up, you do your work, you do your thing, you're plugging along, you're moving forward inch by inch, step by step, however you do it. Oh my God, I'm so glad. Mwah, thank you for joining. But when you are changing the way you are, or changing your behavior, or changing your personality, or changing things around you, about you, to create something that should naturally come to you in the first place, that's how you know you're forcing an outcome. So, the Arizona person, right? I was changing, well, for the most part, we were kind of like on the same page. I was who I was. Thank you so much for the rose, sweetheart. Same place, like same person, right? However, if I'm being honest, which I will be honest, because that's what I do, I tell on myself, I made a lot of changes to be accepted by this person. I made a lot of changes to be accepted by this person with things, myself, with things, and I was trying to fit into his box so that he's like, yes, you're the one. Yes, we'll keep moving forward on our plans. Yes, yes, yes. However, it didn't work out because he wasn't where I was supposed to be. He wasn't where I was supposed to be. Technically, if I'm being totally honest, thank you, sweetheart. I was, in a roundabout way, still looking to be rescued in one way or another. And so when that opportunity ended, which was really not my opportunity, somebody else extraordinary came into my life. Yes, exactly. That's what you have to do. Be accepted by who you are. And you know what the crazy thing is? The person who I'm seeing right now, this relationship is so different. I'm not used to it. So different. And I really enjoy it. I really enjoy having my space, my freedom. They have their space, their freedom. When we're together, it's a magical moment. And I appreciate it. And so it's totally different. I don't have to change myself. I don't have to be different. Good morning. I don't have to do anything like that. Do you believe in astrological mapping? Well, if you mean like we come here already with a plan, yes. We already come here with a plan and we're mapping it out, we're playing it out. But as we start to do things on our own and not ask for help, then we try to force an outcome. That's how I feel with my fiance. That you guys are magical together, that things are different, you give each other space. I hope that's what you're saying. Because here's the thing, we're supposed to be independent people. And so with this person that I was going to go to Arizona with, I would have been literally following his plan, his road, 100% good. I would have been following his plan, his idea, what he wanted. I would not have been able to be me. I would not really, and I probably would not have been able to pursue what I was doing unless it worked out on his timeline. And those are the things where when you are forcing an outcome, trying to fit into somebody else's box, it's not going to work out. So when things are supposed to be for you, they will come to you naturally. And that's how you are supposed to be living your life. You're going to have all kinds of different opportunities, all different kinds of things that are going to be happening around you, taking you down twists and turns and all these other things because you're supposed to experience different avenues of life. He doesn't judge. Wonderful. You know what? And that's perfect. I think that's amazing. Because here's the thing. Everything that we do and everything that we are, who we are, makes us extraordinary. But so many times we have been taught to be different. We've been taught to grow a different way. We've been taught to not look in the mirror. We've been taught to be humble. We've been taught not to praise ourselves. We've been taught all these different things, right? And the reason why we're taught to these things is because our parents, our grandparents, great-grandparents, ancestors had an experience one way or another, in their lifetime. So they've perceived everything, every action as good or bad. And so the stuff that they perceived as bad, those are the things that they instill in us. Those are the things that they have been trying to tell us that are not good and that we should be different because it didn't work out for them, so they think that it's not going to work out for us. But as I always tell everyone, that may be true for you, but it is not true for me. It is not true for us. So whatever you've been taught, any kind of thing that, they perceive as bad, it's not true for us. Our lives shift and change every single day. Who we are supposed to be is living free spirits, have our own mind, have our own quest, our own journey. Thank you very much. I'm glad you said that. So, this is something that, however it worked out for somebody else is not true for you. Do not live your life through someone else's experiences. You have to have your own experiences. Because otherwise, how will you know? How will your soul know? Because here we are, living in this world, okay? We are literally stretching and growing and advancing our souls. When we go back to the other side, we are then ascending our souls. Our souls are becoming older. Our souls are becoming wiser. You guys know, we talked about this yesterday. Young souls, old souls, we got teenage souls, middle-aged souls. Our souls are always evolving. Every time we do a lifetime, our souls evolve. Our souls grow. So when we come back in the next lifetime, we have this innate intelligence, this wisdom deep down inside of us. This is why I feel like I should plan to move out. Well, however you feel, and if you are being called to do so, then that's what you're supposed to be doing. So, over the weekend, I do the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo, where I do angel readings and I teach classes. And so Hawaii was coming up all the time, all weekend. And then Hawaii's been coming up a lot. I know for me, what's true for me, when I hear a subject or when I hear something, or am I supposed to go somewhere and do something, I will hear it multiple times. And then my brain is like, oh, that's for me. So I signed up. I am going to Hawaii in April of 2022. And I'm going to be doing the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo in 2022 in Hawaii, which I'm really excited about. I have been told I have an old soul. You probably do. You probably do. You're a lot wiser than you give yourself credit at age 27. That's why you are looking towards 30, because you think that then you can be your true self when you hit 30. Just be your true self right now, however you're supposed to be. You're totally good. Do you think a location move is a good idea? You could do a location start, but here's the thing, right? You gotta deal with your shit, because your shit's gonna follow you. So it doesn't matter whether you leave a relationship and you don't finish, you don't clean up the karma, you don't clean up whatever it is that you need to do. It's like a job too. If you still have the same stuff, always trust your intuition. Yes, Mary. So if you do not trust yourself, or you're going through the same things over and over again, it doesn't matter what environment you're in, it will always follow you. Just like with people with work, they will quit a job to go somewhere else because they don't want to deal with the drama, and then they go to the same place, another place, and it's the same situation. They quit that, they go to another. It's the same thing, and they're like, I don't understand why I always have to deal with this drama. Because you're the common denominator. You got to figure out whatever this shitstorm is. You got to figure it out, because you got to settle the score, create the peace, figure out what the lesson is for you, so that you can keep moving forward. And then when you go to the next place, it will be gone. So even if you move and you go somewhere, you got to make sure whatever it is that you're running from is settled, that it's settled. settled with you inside of you, and you are being different in your life. That's why when you keep trying to make changes and you keep coming up against the wall over and over again, you then are trying to force an outcome that is not going to happen for you because you have not cleared whatever is inside of you that you needed to learn. You haven't done it yet. And I know that to be true because it's happened to me multiple times. Same type of person, right? Dating the same kind of person, marrying the same type of person. Because there's so many things that I took on when I was a young child, as well as past lives I brought into this lifetime that I was going to clear and that I was going to learn and grow from. But then sometimes it takes a long time for people to pull their head out of their ass. Sometimes it takes a long time for people to remember what they're supposed to be doing. And then when it comes up, it comes up. But you cannot punish yourself. What we're learning here, what we're supposed to do here in this lifetime, and this is for all of us, is to break bad behavior, cycles, heal family lineages, backward, forward, however it has to be, okay? We are supposed to learn how to love each other. Not tolerate each other, not just accept each other, but love each other, be with each other, help each other, understand each other, love each other's differences. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what color, what race. It doesn't matter what religion. It doesn't matter what political stance. It doesn't matter your gender, your sexual preference. It doesn't effing matter. None of that shit matters. Because when you cut us, we all bleed the same. When you hurt us, we all hurt the same. We all get the same broken heart. We all bleed the same color. We all are the same soul. We just chose different outfits for this lifetime. Consider your bodysuit an outfit. This is the outfit that you chose to learn and grow in. To learn to love, to learn to be, to learn to create. Not kill each other, not fight each other, not hate each other, not persecute each other, not tear each other apart. And there's too many people in this world right now trying to create a division. There's so many times when people are coming together and there's peace, and then all of a sudden they'll throw in some bullshit, and here we are, having this ridiculous division in our world. It's so stupid. And if people can start waking up to it, start thinking for themselves and saying, you know what? Why am I angry at this person? Why don't I like this person? Why don't I like this nationality? Why don't I like this color? Why don't I like this preference? Why? Who told me I didn't like it? Do you have a personal experience from one particular person? And then you're just going to clump the whole person into the whole group into that person and make a decision? No. You are literally taking on other people's experiences, other people's lives, other people's bullshit. You have made a decision for yourself based on other people, so you're accepted by those people who are not probably really good people. So when you step away, by the way, and I'm talking about myself because I'm really proud of myself, because that's what I did. I grew up in a very prejudiced house. I grew up that way. I grew up with anger. I grew up with violence. And when I moved away, I got to have everybody and anybody as my friend. My son is not prejudiced on any level. He loves everybody. So these are things where you get to then be you. You get to choose who is in your life. You get to choose who you get to participate with. It doesn't matter how different they are from you. It doesn't matter whether they got a strong accent or not. It doesn't matter if they speak another language or not. We are human souls. That's what we are. And so we are souls learning to be with each other, learning to love one another as we are. And the most important thing is here. When you love yourself that way, you can love everybody else. Because really, the conflict is within you. The conflict's in with you. There's things about you that you're healing and you're learning. And that's why you see other things in other people, and that's why you don't like them. That's really how it goes. From realizing the fact I was my great-grandmother. Realizing that the fact that I was my great-grandmother. Well, I'm sure your great-grandmother was a very sweet soul, but she had her own stuff too. We also put people up on pedestals. So they have been brought up a particular way, and then they've passed on all this stuff. And some of it is inflicted, and some of it was not meant to be inflicted. Some of it is like, we didn't mean it, past lives, yes. So these are things where we have got to take a step back and just breathe, for Christ's sake. Just breathe. I just saw a video this morning about Como and a restaurant owner. And then, the restaurant owner's like, I just want people who can come in who are unvaccinated, because the unvaccinated are being literally kicked to the curb and persecuted, because everybody thinks that the unvaccinated are the ones who are creating all the drama. The ones that are creating all the drama are the ones who are creating the drama. Do you understand that? It's not the vaccinated. It's not the unvaccinated. It's the people who have started the rift. It's our government that has started the rift. It's our government that is starting to, make sure that we, the people, are all completely divided. If people can start waking up to, when things start to get calm and peaceful, they throw spokes. They throw shit in the storm. They throw stuff all the time so that we get divided. I saw another video. So this restaurant owner, Como, was calling him an idiot and blah, 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 because, the unvaccinated should not be able to go to the store, should not be able to get food, should not be able to do anything, really. And, another video, there was a woman who said, why is it that the unvaccinated who are working are the ones who are supposed to be fired from their jobs, and yet there are a lot of unvaccinated people who are on government assistance and they're fine? Right? So you got to look at what's going on. What is the motivation? What is the end result? What is it that they are trying to achieve, to create, to keep this world divided? Because guess what? When you stay divided, you can conquer whatever it is that you want. You can take a very strong structure, impose whatever they want to impose in on us, divide us, and then are we strong or are we weak? We're weak. And then you can impose whatever it is that you want to impose on. But when you're strong and you're working together and you're fighting together as one, you cannot dominate, because you've got all these souls coming together. You cannot dominate. So these are the things that we got to start looking at. These are the things that we got to start doing. So when you're looking at your life, when you're looking at where you're going, you could do whatever and create whatever it is that you want, but you've got to allow things to happen the way they're supposed to for you. And you've got to look at, who do I get to participate with? Who do I get to learn about myself? And what is it about me that allows other people to be free and happy as well? Because when somebody's brave enough to stand up, and then other people become brave enough to stand up and start living their own life, and then so on and so on and so on. That, my friends, that's how the world spins. That's how everything we learn and we grow, and everything becomes amazing for us. But when we are living our lives because somebody said something and somebody told us to do something and we do it, we're not living our own lives. We're living somebody else's life. We're living somebody else's agenda. So this is something where we get to look at our own life and decide right here and now what we want. So stay present in what we got already. Oh my God, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. I love it. So here's the thing, even when you have your husband or your spouse, your children, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You've got to be brave enough to open up their eyes. You have to be brave enough. And it's not like you are opening up their eyes. You have to be strong and brave enough to be yourself so that they can start looking at it from a different perspective and then start seeing things differently for themselves. The more you are staying at their agenda and doing it their way so that they're comfortable, the more they just stay jaded or closed-minded. And that's what you want to avoid. You do not want them to stay closed-minded. You want them to open themselves up. You don't want them. And it doesn't matter where people stand. It doesn't matter what their political preferences are. We don't care about that shit. We don't care. See, I got all these feathers. We don't care. We really don't. Because everybody should have their own mind. However, they have to learn how to accept that other people have their own opinions too. And it doesn't mean that we get divided because we think differently than somebody else. It means that you are so open-minded, you are willing to listen and accept where they're at while you accept yourself where you're at, and then you keep moving forward. And you guys already know what time it is, so girlfriend's got to go live her dreams, right? Go keep herself in the lap of luxury. So I love you guys. Mwah! I hope you have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I'll do the angel reading at lunchtime. Mwah! Bye.